In this video, I am going to explain how to create a simple multi-languages ASP.NET MVC5 application. This application we will able to deal with English, Spanish, French languages. Let's see with a practical. This one is that MVC project. First of all, I am going to create controller. Right click on a controller, add new controller. That controller. Going to give name that is a home. Here you can see that index method. I'm going to add three more action method. This one for contact, this one for about, and this one for service. Now going to add that view. Right click, add view, click on add. Now another one also contact, also right click, add view, then about, right click, add about view, then one more, last one is that service. Now going to add for that language, their user can select which language they want. So going to create one partial view. So going to give the name underscore language partial. Click on add. Open the layout. Now here we need to add the link. So that will be the li and HTML dot action link. First one is the link test. So if the link test will be the first one, will be the home. Then second one is that index, and third one is the controller name. Controller name is home. Okay, the same other three need to add. Just copy and paste it. This one will be that contact. This one is the about, and this one is the service. Just change that action name. Okay, just change that action name. This one is the text, this one is the action name, and this one is the your controller name, that is a home controller. The one more thing need to add here, that languages. Just paste it here, and this one need to change to navbar right bar dash right. So it should be right. And this first one will be the English, that will be the default English. Second one is that Spanish, and third one French, FRENCH, French. Just delete this one. And here I'm going to add that index. All will be the index only. Just index, and going to add one language. Language that will be a controller. Later we will be going to add that language controller. Now this partial view we are going to add into layout. Here it will be the HTML dot partial, then your partial view name, that is a language partial. Now first run the application. Now here you can see that this one will look like this. Once you are going to click on English, by default it will be English. Once you are going to click Spanish, so this text will be changed to Spanish. And once you are going to click on French, this text will be French. Now create the one folder that is called resources. Right click, add for new folder. Going to give the name resources. Now add resources file, that is a add new item. Select the resource, search the resource, resource file, give the name, that is a language, click on add. Now here need to add first one, this access modifier need to change to public. Now here you can write like a home, this one will be English, so it will be same. Then it will be contact, so again that contact, then about, so this one will be the about, and last one will be the service, so add that service. Okay, just save it. Now again another one, copy that language, paste it here. So now this one need to change, here it will be language dot es, that is for Spanish. Open this one. Now this one, this value should be changed because this one is a Spanish resource, so need to change this value. Now this one we have added for Spanish, now need to add the French, so it's again just copy this one, language, copy and paste it here. Now need to change that name, language dot fr, just copy, open this one, that fr, this one need to be changed. Now here this one is for French. So one thing, this one also change to that public, and this one public, or this one public. Now open that your layout page, this layout page, that this text need to be changed. So this one will come from first one, you have to check that what's the name of the project, that is a web app multiple language, just copy paste. Now resources, your resources, now your language. Now here it will be the first one with the home, just select the home. Now copy this one, paste for contact, so this one will be the contact. Now another one, this one for about, just write the about, and last one for service, just change the name, service. Okay, that part has been done. Now open that your parcel view, this parcel view is going to be language controller. Later we will add the language controller, need to pass some value, that is your language. So the first one will be the English, so it will be the en, then next one will be null. Same like other one, this will make a bracket here, and last one will be the null, this one. Okay, same copy for Spanish also, this one for Spanish, so it will be the es, and next one for French, it will be the fr, this one will be the fr, French. Okay, now add this one, add one controller, that is your language controller. Open the Solution Explorer, right click on a controller, add controller. So what's the name of the controller? That is a language controller. Okay, here I am passing, that is a language. Okay, this language need to pass, because from here if we will look, go to that parcel view, this one language need to pass, so just copy and paste it here, this one. Now here first one we'll check that one, if dot not equal to string dot is null or empty, it's false, need to add here that one, right click, add view, that layout view. Okay, click on it, just close this one, and here now just save it. So first one it will be the thread, okay, dot current thread, current culture, First one will be the culture, current culture, and second one will be the current UI culture, equal to culture info dot create culture, create a specific culture, that is your language. First one is that. The second one is the same like that thread dot current thread dot, but here it will be culture UI. So culture, see, current UI culture. Okay, then new culture info. So what's the culture info? Is that language. Okay. Now add to the cookie this HTTP cookie. Cookie is equal to new, your HTTP cookie, going to give the name, that is your languages, that is languages, or now cookie dot value is equal to your language. Okay, now response dot cookies, response dot cookies dot add, it will be the your cookie, that is done. Now open that global dot esx. Here need to write application dot begin request, so that will be the protected void application underscore begin request. So here that is the two parameter. First one is the object, that will be the sender, and second one is that event args, that is your e. Here also same thing need to be right. Just like first we will check that HTTP cookie, because that cookie value has been added, so that cookie equal to HTTP context, HTTP context dot current dot request dot cookies. What was the name of that cookies? Let's check. Go to the language controller, that is the languages, that is your cookies name. So here we will check that one. If your cookies does not equal to null and your cookie dot value does not equal to null, then same thing what we have done here, just copy and paste it here, your global.asx here. So here that will be the your cookies dot values. So here once you're going to click the English, the Spanish, so this one you can say that is Spanish, then French. So now you can see that it's a French languages. If you want to add more, just like here that application name, I want to change this one, this particular name, I'm going to make that one, that is a language. So again you need to add all those, just like just close it. For here I'm going to change that application name, just close and open the layout page. And where is the language? This one. Here I'm going to write like a language. Language. So this value I want to change. So first of all, open this one, English. Need to add here. This one is English. Paste it here. Again paste it here. Okay, this one is a Spanish, so again paste it here. Just check in Google what's the in Spanish. It will be the Duma. Save this one, and now French. So this one also it will be the language. In the French, let's check in the French. Now this one is a language. Now only need to change here. Go to that your layout page. This one, instead of this we should write like this dot language. Now if you will run the application, this value also will change your language. Okay, you need to change this value. 1 second, open that language. This one I'm going to change to language 1. This one also language 1. Here for French, language 1. Just save it, open the this one will be the it's giving error. Yes. Build less one time. Now you can see that this one is a language 1. Once you are going to change and save, make it build. Now here you can see that this one I changed to the language. So now if I'm going to change to Spanish, so this one value will be changed. See, it's changed. Once you are going to click on French, so that French value will come here. Okay, now we'll work with the properties. So how we will do with the properties? Just close all. Going to create one model with that first name, add class, that is your just like this employee. I'm going to place the employee model. Okay, in the employee model we have to add there is some properties, just like a string, first name, and then second one is the last name, and third one is your email. Okay, this value also will change. Just call that using system dot component model dot data annotation. Okay, just save it. Open that your, because too much thing need to bear. For first name, only one thing I'm going to add that for first name, because it's going to be long. So first name is required. So first of all, open the language here. This one, make a first name. So it will be that first name. Okay. The second one is that first name required. So here it will give that error, first name is required. Okay, same thing need to add for French. First one, this one I'm going to change first here also to first name. So this one will be the first name into French. So just 1 second, we need to write. Now here I have added that for Spanish first name required, that is message, and then first name for this. French also I've written, and language is also that first name is required and first names. Now we'll use, open the employee model. Here first one is the display attributes. So name will be first name. Okay, now it's going to response type of resource. This one will be the language, because this one should be matched with your resource, this one actually. So this one should write like a language. Okay, first name, that is a resource type. Now next one, so your first name, this should be matched with your, because here you are writing that first name, so this should be matched. The next one is that your required. Okay, so next one is your required. First one is the error message, your resource name or resource type you can do. So it will be the type of, what is the type of your language, same like that. And second one is that error message resource name. So resource name, so what will be the resource name? That is your, what you have added here, that is your first name is required. So in the intelligence also it's saying that your first name, once you press, so you can see that first name is required. Second, first one is the display, that is the first name, and you can say that this one also it's showing that first name is required for the required. Both of you will match that one, because this name and that's resource name should be matched with your language name. This one should be matched. Now we should call this particular employee model, where we can call, open that your home controller or your languages. Here also we can add in the languages, just otherwise open that home index. So here it will be the model is that, what's the name, that is employee model. So needs that add the employee model and write here using like HTML.begin form. Okay, so that is a HTML or begin form. First one is the index, second one is your home controller. Okay, third one is your form method. This one actually is not required, but now this one is the main important. First one is the HTML dot text box for, so this one is that main, that is a model dot test first name, and then your new class, so it's a new class, or just leave it, no need to write, first name is okay. Then this one, actually here that label for, it will display that name, model dot first name. Okay, let's run the application, let's see that this value is changing or not. Run the application. Now you can see this one is actually showing the first name. Okay, because by default it's a English. Now I'm going to change to Spanish. So first I'm going to change to Spanish. This one is actually changed to Spanish, but go to the home. So once you are going to click here, or that is it, this one is also home. Once you're going to click here, click, see this one is your change, this one is coming to Spanish. And once you are going to click on French, so that click on home, so now this value is coming to French. Now first I'm going to add that button. So once you are going to click that button, it will give that error. So one more thing I need to write, that is a HTML dot validation message for, that is a model dot first name. Okay, then new, your class will be text danger. Okay. Now going to add one button, that is a input time, that is a button, the name of the button, save, and value also the save, and class. Just I'm going to add the button dash like a danger class. I'm going to add one action method into that home index. Yeah, sorry, home controller. Open the home controller here. In the here, this one will be the post method. Just to be post, and here going to write like a string, first name only. Now run the application. Now here you can see that one, that is first name. Okay. Now I'm going to change to Spanish. First, I'm not going to enter anything. I'm going to click that save. Just click. You are getting that error message. That is your first name is required. That is in English. Now I'm going to change to the Spanish. Just click on Spanish. Go to the home page. Now here I'm going to click on save. This one will, that error message will be coming Spanish language. See this, you are getting the error message in Spanish language. Same thing if you are going to click on a French and go to the home. Once you are going to click, this one is in French. So what we have done till now, just close. So you can add that more field if you want to change that your name, this particular value, that button value, that all things you can change with that resource. Okay. So what we have done till now, we have created that one controller, that is a home controller. Here I have added that 4 action method, just a normal things, just 4 action method with that view, that all of that we have created that view, just like a contact, about, service, and that index view. You can see in that view, inside of view folder, here you can see that one, that is a about, contact, index, view. And after that I have added layout page. In that layout page, I have added that li test, and that in the li, first I have added here that home string only, not like that context and about and service, but I want to change this particular text into with that reference of that language. Once you are going to select that Spanish, this particular language should be changed to the Spanish. So after that I have created one folder, that is a resources folder. This resources folder, first of all, that I have created that languages, this would be default, because once you are going to add the extension, it will not work. So default value will be without dot, because this one will be the language .resx, but other one is that this one is a French, this one is a Spanish. So here the default one is that English, so I have added this one is in English. The next one, but one thing you can do, this access modifier should be changed to the public. Okay. The next also, that is a French, same things I have added here, and another one is that Spanish, the same things I have added for the Spanish also. Next we into that we have created that one. After that, sorry, I missed some things. This one, a parcel view I have created, this one. So this parcel view I called in that layout pages. If you look here, this one I have called here, that is a language parcel, the same. So in the language parcel I have added the name, that is English, Spanish, and French, and I am passing something, because this one should be match with that your extension, this extension. Okay, with English, first one is English, Spanish, and French. Okay. So it's I'm added with that index and that language, that controller name. So after that I have created that one controller, that is your language controller. Open that your controller, this one, language controller. In this one I didn't add something more. just you can see that here, from here I am passing that one, that is string, that one, this one is a English, this one is a Spanish, and this one is a French. So I am passing, I am getting value from in this index. So here I am checking, first I am checking that if it's not null, then adding with that culture, that thread, and adding into the queue, sorry, cookies. Now open that global.asx, open that global.asx. Here I have added that one event, that is a begin request. Next ones, I have created one model. So because that once you are going to display that is strongly typed, so that times you have to create that one, that particular model. So in that models I have added that one. First one is a display, and second one is the required field. That also I have added in that resource file. Once you will open the resource file, that is a friend. Here I have added that first name, and first name is required. What's the name I am going to add here? Because for English it's like a first name, it should be displayed like a first name. If I am getting that message, that error message, it will be first name is required. Let's open here. So this one also only need to check this one, a resource type. I am telling that one is a language resource, because you can check here, this one is a language resource. And second one is that your resource name, this one is should be matched, this should match with that this name, that is a name. Value will be depend upon that language, but name should be same. Okay, that is a resource name, that is the first name is required, and the type is the language. It's saying that one you have to call this particular language, that name should be like this, and then you will get that value. This is the link. I hope it's clear. Thanks for watching.